Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica, aka Lady for short, and welcome to Moments with Lady. So today I'm doing a new day. I have amazing and beautiful faces right here, and here we are here to talk about a very sweet topic. So please just wait to the end and stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to have the first person, and this is Fermi, but I can let her just. I thought you was myself. So Fermi, can we meet you?
Hello, my name is Adulthood. It's nice to be on this show. Thank you.
Okay, so over to the next ebony, beautiful. You know when beauty, when you say beauty, and you start with beautiful.
Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Hawe Karimo. Nice being on the show.
Thank you. And yes, actually, the funniest thing is that we have twins. Yeah. And she is the Taiwo and this is the Kenny. So can you say we are blessed with this? But anyway, can we meet you, Kenny?
I am our Kenny. People call me Kenny.
Okay, so now let's just jump right in. We can no further ado into the topic for this discusses. Do you guys believe that adulthood is scam? But before we dive into that, I want to ask that, starting from Fermi, that while growing up, we used to have aspirations. We used to ask us that, oh, what would you like to become in the future? Like, oh, I don't want to give you the expo, but while growing up, what were your aspirations? What did you want to become?
Alright, so while growing up, I wanted to be a medical doctor.
It's always that.
I know it's
fine. And then I ended up studying biochemistry.
Wow.
So it's very close, still in the offline. But I wanted to be a medical doctor, all about, I want to wear lab coat, white lab coat, wear scrubs and all. So it's still somehow part of the plan. No, it's not like that. There's no money inside medical doctor in Nigeria. Okay, so there's really not, it's not so, unlike before. It's not
sure.
You get so.
So for Taiwo, what were your aspirations like?
Okay, while growing up, I was aspiring to be whatever, as far as the money is.
Oh wow, this is money.
Yeah.
Money part.
I could do anything as far as money is involved. And I can remember then, while filling my JAM form, I wanted to fill in law. Then later I heard lawyers were opening shows. So I decided to do that plan, and I decided to go for other plans. So they told me, if you can try to do other things, like you can be a politician. Yeah. That there's money.
There's money in politics.
My first year in school made me realize that I can never become a politician because I faced what's called hell. I experienced difficulties, and which made me realize that right now I just completed my NYC and I've been applying to different places, even the ones that is not even in line with what I studied in school. That kind of thing. So this, I don't know, maybe for other countries it works, but for Nigeria, as it is right, it's rubbish. And when you don't have, most especially when you don't have this rich kind of background, it's very difficult. So in natural sense, those people growing up, my advice is for you that stop fantasizing.
Wait, calm down. We've not gotten to that part yet. I feel like Taiwo is already chatting. Don't get an FM already. Please. Thank you for coming to our test. We're going to come back to that. So okay, so I want to ask Kenny, what were your aspirations while you were growing up?
So yeah, just like Ferry said, the first plan was to become a medical doctor.
Oh wow.
But then I changed my mind after my first JAM school. I was like, I don't know, let's go for something close or something different, you understand? So I actually put in for dentistry.
Oh, wow.
And they gave me chemistry. So
wow. Chemistry.
No, she wanted to find something that me. And Yeah, but now I'm looking into going into different lines. Like, why doing the course? I know I was never going to go into any chemical industries or anything chemistry. I just want to do other things, cosmetics, skincare, and all that. Just go into business majorly. So that's it.
So I guess like Kelly she's a business type of person. Okay, so like for me, I will not lie, while growing up, I used to have different aspirations. And that is because, first, Mom, I'm so sorry for this, you're watching this, and you know, like, I don't mean to also like that. While growing up, when they asked me, oh, maybe what do you want to become? Like, I want to become a teacher, because my mom. You think I'm like, oh, I just want to be like my mom, but later on I was like, ah, will I say, teaching no pay, because you know in Nigeria you see teachers that they will suffer, they will I'm not saying that all teachers will, but it's just that you can't compare. No, for some teachers they earn good money, but for me I just feel like, oh no, just like
they're not really
exactly, they're not well valued, exactly. So I was just like, later I changed my mind, like, no, I don't want to become a teacher, I just want to become like a broadcaster, like a newscaster. And I went for that. Fortunately enough, I studied mass communication and So it's just like that. Okay, so now that we have talked about our aspirations, and you guys are graduates, you guys have gone through school, you've gone through thick and thin, you guys have gone through a lot. You guys, it's not like this is new to you, but I just want to ask that, even flashing back to your aspirations right now, like at this point of your life, how is it going for you? Like, how is adulthood going for you? You know, because when you were in school, I'm sure you guys were supported by your parents. You guys, as a student you get money pass. That's a lie, I beg. It's a misconception. Don't even try to say it out, because they were saying that students are people that they have more money because they're collecting money. How much?
But even if it's compared to now, students used to have money. Because at least our parents,
I think it depends on the school actually.
That's true. It depends on the school.
You can't be going to a public school and then parents are giving you an money that makes sense.
Sorry.
Like, you know that that's too poor.
That's very true. That's very true. But right now, that you guys, but after school, even during service, and you're like, you're now an adult. Like my mom will literally tell me, even at the last month, I was telling me that you're now an adult. Behave like one, like you have responsibilities. I'm not saying that you have to buy a car, you have to buy a this, you have to buy a that, but you have responsibilities. Every day that, see, the money that is going out is, you're always waiting for what to come in. I'm just being, sincerely, views upon views, and you're like, sincerely. So I just want to just ask you guys that, how is it going for you guys? And like, what were your challenges? How did you guys feel, or how did you guys even handle the challenges? So let me start with Taiwo.
Okay. Challenges. Number one is when you're about finishing your school year, you start having this, how will I say it, this mindset, or how will I say it, this mental disturbing spirit or breakdown that is keep telling you that, oh, we have a lot of responsibilities in you and all of that. So for me, while finishing school, I had this kind of strict parents that made me realize that you have to be responsible in your life. You have to be, you understand, you have to make sure that you take care of all these things yourself. And so at the age of 2021, I was already seeing myself like I need to be responsible for myself. That whatever happens to me, it is me and me involved in this. So now, as at that stage, I started having this thought of what am I supposed to do? Thought of, am I going to be a failure? And this failure mindset starts coming in. Am I already not in the right path? But we have to realize that, which I can't even realize. If you're in that position, you can't realize. But people keep telling me that at that age, you are still in line and you are where you are supposed to be. But to you are not where you are supposed to be. And at that age, you'll be thinking, okay, I'm supposed to have owned my first car. I'm supposed to have bought I rented this particular apartment. I'm supposed to have done this, I'm supposed to have done that. But that's just the way, how will I say, the way our mindset is. But right now, I don't think I'm where I'm supposed to be, because I'm supposed to have gotten a job as at now. I'm supposed to maybe aspiring for other stuff and this, but I'm pushing myself to wherever the country takes me to. I'm hoping for the very best, actually. So that's just it.
Oh, okay, so let me hear from you, Fermi. What's your own part of the story? For you, like, can you say that looking and flashing back to your aspirations and even right now, your current status, like, how is it going for you? And also, even if you have challenges, you can also share with us, or perhaps you had the challenges while growing up, or what regards that that responsibility spirit in you. Or when did you even realize that you are now an adult? That's like a lot of questions in that. But anyway, so
okay, let's start from last one. I realized I was an adult when debit last started coming in back, you know, like, and then you cannot ask for money from the house because
that's true. You're now an adult.
Yes, you're not an adult, and then they're like, guy, anything. Like, what
do you do? I don't even understand.
Okay, so basically, let me say I'm kind of the planning person. I try to foresee, okay, and then I had challenges, right? But I already tried to think about it, that what would I do after school? I started since 300 level, what am I going to do? Even if I didn't get a very clear path, you get, it wasn't so clear, but I already started thinking, what am I going to do after school? 300 level, I started praying, God, what is the next thing I have to do? And that's why God is important in this thing, right? You would still face challenges, there is no harm, you will still face challenges, but at least it was quite better for me. No, not better, but it was bearable. And then one challenge I still have, is the whole clarity thing. Because, you know, I told you that I wanted to do medicine.
Yeah.
Low-key, I still want to do medicine. Do you get it? So, yeah, and then I studied biochemistry. I love biochemistry. I will go on and on in biochemistry. So that is one challenge for me, trying to pick. And I'm like, oh, just show me, just tell me like that. It's medicine you do, or it's biochemistry. Do you get it? So that's like one major challenge for me, transitioning from the school life to adulthood. Because, you know, at each phase, you need to know what you want to do, what you want to do part-time, so that you don't go the long route where God is not, and then God now tells you to come back like this. You have to travel 100 miles to get back. So it's really one major challenge, like following the right path. Okay, navigating school and adulthood. I really don't know how to answer that, but my siblings also helped. My siblings helped because, you know, I'm the last born.
Oh wow, baby of the house. Yeah. Always pampered. Always.
And I've had like 3 examples ahead of me.
Oh wow.
So I knew and I know the right thing to do, because all of them, as I 400 level, even 300, what are you doing next? What is the next thing? What do you want to do? Do you want to transition into tech? Oh, and by the way, there's still tech there to get that is making a lot of money, right? So so they actually have to call me, what do you want to do? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? So it also helped, it helped basically. And family. It wasn't so challenging. Oh, money, it is challenging. But it wasn't so challenging transitioning into the adulthood phase, because at least I had examples to look up to. Children.
That's really a great one. Thank you, Fermi, for sharing that. Before I ask Kenny to share us, that just reminded me of my sister. I used to talk to my sister. Sincerely speaking, my sister will be the type that even right from while growing up, like I always look up to her. She's just like a model to me, because even her education, but she was a science student, and then later in between, I guess just after her graduation, she just came out as a child accountant, and I'm like, please, how did we get even though before then, to my dad to, you know, he got his PhD at a very, very advanced age, and I'm like, oh no, like if my dad can do this, so I don't have to, you know, so thank you so much for sharing that, because it's a lot when you have people that really push you, really ask you that, oh, where exactly are you going? You know, that the times are still even help you or apply to these places universities. Oh, let me check your resume. Let me check this. Apply here. They'll drop links for you. Even when they see, even when my sister has always, she asked me one time and she was like, oh, like where do I see myself in the next I can't remember the years. And I'm like, oh, she was like, auntie, I'm not sure. Like, go back, go and have sense and come back and say it. You should even ask me that, what areas, I know that, oh yes, you love broadcasting, but what areas exactly do you want to go to? And you know, she would just keep feeding. I'm like, I'm just imagining I don't have a sister in my life. I love this.
Sorry, before we go, and that's where reading wide comes in. Like reading wide, getting knowledge. I'm not saying I've read wide, right? But I know the importance of reading and knowing purpose, but reading also, because when you read about mass communication, you read about the different phases of mass communication, how you can better the nation, impact different lives and stuff. So you know that, okay, I want to study this, I want to be in this line, or I want to be in that line. Something happened to me recently. So biochemistry. I never really thought about biochemistry before. It was all medicine. And then someone was asking me, what do you want to do? What do you want to do masters in? Like, what area in biochemistry would you want to master in? And I'm like, there's area of biochemistry. I thought we just do biochemistry. And then I said, okay, let me do biotech. And then what area in biotech?
Oh wow.
What is it?
Like, oh wow.
And she now gave me an assignment. She was like, read up this particular area in biochemistry. This is in biotechnology right now. This is the one that is actually gaining ground, but you can also read on other ones. So reading wide actually helps a lot. It helps to curb the old challenge of, I'm going outside, what do I want to do, how do I want to do, and then let me not go far.
I'm so sorry, I'm always adding to what Feromi has to say. I just want to say this, that actually that part of really reading and also wanting to know what to actually helps. Because I feel like for me, I was like an introvert while growing up. And I used to be very, very shy. Shout out to all introverts because don't mind Feromi, I understand. I've been there, no, trust me, I've been there, collect.
You guys should give me
True.
I don't get it.
So I'm like, while growing up, for me, let me just say this: the secret to how I became like this, how I can even face a camera, how I can even look at you face to face, how I can even have a meaningful conversation is even through me reading, gaining knowledge, and that starts with YouTube. I'm so sorry, but I know TikTok exists, I know we have Instagram, but I'm just going to say this, that if you are the type that you are not getting knowledge day by day, all you just do is TikTok, TikTok don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that TikTok does not teach, but you have because it's even for free.
YouTube,
it's for free. There's nothing you cannot find on tutorials. Nothing at all. Is it how to talk? Is it how to
become a certified?
Every tutorial you want to watch,
just go there.
Type it.
So for me, knowledge is very, very key, and even the association, the kind of people you move with. I can remember my friends, right from when we finished, my friends were like, oh, what next? What do you want to do? Yeah, but they're like, no, how about meet this person? I'm like, that is the kind of person I want in my life. Not one that will not just sit and we are just like, when they call us, hello.
That matters.
So allow Kenny to associate.
I started thinking, what do I want to do? Definitely not chemistry. Because all I did was I just read past every exam. So I wasn't really too interested. I just wanted something I would love to do, something I would not. I get bored easily, so I can't copy chemistry. Anything, whatever is chemistry. So I just really knew I had to look for something I was interested in. And it took me time to actually discover what I was interested in. It took me a lot of time, it took me years. I was still struggling with balancing my grades, and then I thought of photography. I did photography 6 months before I actually gained admission. So I had little knowledge in photography, and I thought of probably going back into photography. But I actually discovered I wasn't really too interested, to be very honest, and actually no, I have to just pick something that I would, on the long run, I'll be really interested in. And I didn't actually get to, I didn't really, at one point I just gave up. I felt it's going to come eventually. Not until this year, actually really knew what I wanted to do. Like, okay, fine, I want to really go into business. I want to do business and skincare. Through those processes, there was pressure, obviously, it was not easy trying to figure myself out. Mentally, I was feeling like I was not doing too much for myself. I was being lazy and all that. And just like she said, we had strict parents. So I think 3 days after I finished university, I had to look for a job. I was working, and it was not much that I had to start doing like 2 to 3 jobs a day. And because I really knew, like at that point, I had a parent that once you are done, you figure yourself out. And then you have had other brothers that have gone through their parts and nothing happened to them. So you get on your own. So I started to, but then I just like, I actually didn't even know that I was really that hardworking. Let me just, I actually did not know, like, but it was just in me, like, I just started reaching out to things, started doing things I never imagined that I would do, like, physically, and just trying to get myself together. And I just really noticed that we don't really know what we have in us until we get to some particular place. Like until we actually face some particular challenges and we overcome them. That's when we know the kind of power God has given to us and the kind of power we all have as humans. And that's just basically all after school, dealing with myself and trying to like just figure out myself. That's just the journey. That's just how that's been. And just like Gia said, you really need to have friends that put you on track too. Because I had friends, I can't even lie. I had friends who would always remind me of the kind of person I am and remind me of my goals and things I want to do. And then your brothers, to your siblings, are very important. Your siblings are important. Yeah, your siblings are important. And then you just have to keep searching for knowledge. Just keep knowing anything you can know, just have knowledge of it. You never can tell when it can help.
Thank you so much, Kenny, for that. That is really enlightening. Starting from even sometimes when you go through some things, you don't even know what you have that is in you, what you are capable of doing until when just one situation just brings it out. So that's really enlightening. Okay, so right now I'm going to wrap up. I just want to just ask that were there times that you guys gave up or nearly gave up, or were there times where you guys felt depressed in between your journey, and also what advice can you give or can you suggest to those watching us? So what am I going to start with?
So
okay, can you
basically, like obviously you would want to give up several times. I don't know of any other person, but me, I can't count how many times I gave up. Like I was just tired. I remember when I was writing my projects when I was in university. That was just projects. It was hell. It was like hell back and front, and other things. So I started. There was this time I started this online business, Happy Place. I get a gift, I make souvenirs, then I deliver. Trying to put Happy Place together was not easy. The response after my first promotion was not easy, but I wanted to give up, but we just kept on pushing, and it became something very successful. So you want to give up several times. It's just humans, for every effort. I believe that for every effort, there's gonna be a positive reaction from it. You're gonna get a positive outcome. You just need to keep pushing, don't get tired. And my advice is that just be yourself. Just know what's good for you. Just know what you want. Something you yourself. Just be yourself, because most times, even me being a twin, me and my sister, we love different things. We do different things. If I am not myself, there is nothing I put my hand into that would actually work out. That's just it. you just have to be yourself, know what you want, have goals. Not just one, have goals.
Don't do let's see how it goes.
Don't do that. Have goals, like have what you really want to achieve in the next 2 years or 5 years. This is gonna put you so far, it's gonna put you out there. And don't just restrict yourself, don't think you are less, never think low of yourself. You are more than whatever you imagined. It's just you just need to just find that out by yourself. So that's just it.
Wow. Oh my god. Like, please don't let us end this video, but anyways, we have to. Okay, so back to Taiwo.
Okay, the time I didn't give up was I was starting my NYC days. That's the beginning of my NYC days, where I was sent to a village of the unknown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Went to Edo State to serve, and in that state, there is no water, there is no lights, there is nothing.
Village, welcome to the world.
It was terrible. Sorry to say this. I think it is village part of it. And
They're not developed.
yeah, that place is not actually developed. And, I rented an apartment. They said the apartment is 28,000. Like,
For a year.
That's
and yeah, you should know what you're getting.
Exactly.
And when I got there, it was mud house.
oh my god.
I'm like, in this civilized world, I was so shocked. I started living there, and I started looking at everywhere. And I'm like,
Wow.
so there are still people that live this kind of life.
Wow.
I really pity those people living around. I pity the children. I pity the young women. I pity those old women and everything. But it got to a point. I started feeling too comfortable with that kind of life. As in, I never expected for more in life. I was just there. I was just living my life because of the environment. And I told myself that we need to go out from this surrounding. That this surrounding is not too good for your mental health. And got to a time I had no friends, because from that particular place to town I was spending close to 3,000, 4,000 naira. So I was depressed at the point. I was really depressed because I had no one to share my burdens with. I had no one to talk to. I was just there. But something made me realize that when I was in school, I had a school dad, like someone that mentors me, and he's always taking me back to a point in the Bible, a place in the Bible that says, write your wish known, let it vision, let it make known, or something like that. Make it plain on tables and stuff like that. That's it. Exactly. So I decided to write my plans and my goals for that particular service year. And I wrote it down. I decided to come to God and ask God for those things. And by God's grace, I was able to leave that particular community. Though I was able to make sure I imparted some lives before leaving. I had to tell them that you don't have to live this kind of life. You don't have to be so convenient and don't feel like you've achieved everything in this life. There are more to life than this. And so most of them are and any pregnancy is the other of the day in that community. So I had to tell them so many things about life. I have to tell them that you don't have to be so comfortable, you have to aspire for more in this life. You have to have goals, set goals for yourself, because there's more to life than this. Most of them, my landlady has 6 children.
Oh wow.
And she's carrying her 7th child.
Wow.
And every day they eat garri and banga soup.
Wow.
So you can imagine that kind of life for those children. How would they feel? How would they be like? In their mind, though those children don't even have anything in their mind, but they are not happy with the state of where they are at that point in time. So it just made me to realize that we have to have goals, set goals for ourselves. Yes, we have to achieve this.
That's really
some
like
motivational, some very
sincerely,
touching stuff.
but this is even beyond motivational stuff because it's a lot really. Just even thinking about the whole thing, I can imagine just allow pheromones to shares. So
Okay, so anytime I wanted to give up, well, I would say 400 level slash my NYC year. Okay, I wrote some things down before then. Okay, I had some issues while I was in school. Not the issues, but I had like not a few. I had to carry back. I'm not proud to say it, but I had to carry back. So like it was a moment for me. It was a moment. It was because for someone that has never really felt like that, and now bam. So it really made me want to. I'm like, oh, I'm already a failure.
Yeah.
I cannot do anything again. So you get, it was one of the tough times for me because my mind was messed up. Not really messed up, but it was messed up. Oh, I was a Christian. Oh, I used to go to church. In fact, I was still at the Bible.
that time like now because you now be thinking of those times I used to fast.
Yeah.
I used to cry to God.
I was HOD biochemistry in my fellowship. Right? I was the one that was organizing tutorials.
But yeah, human.
I know, right? And that's what people would not know. Yourself, you would forget. Because you feel like
You can't do more like
this role that has been placed, the responsibilities for this role have to be carried out and stuff like that. So you forget that, guy, I am human. Even Jesus at some point, he had a mission to die for the sins of the world, right? But at some point he was human and he felt the pain and can this cup just pass over? Do you get the human nature? So okay, at that point I wanted to give up. Not on education, but like and just give up on this world for a little while, And then also my NYC period. In my life, as much as I'm not busy, but as much as I'm there, I still like the whole planning stuff. So once I don't get things right, it just destabilizes me. Right? So it's made me like that point in time, like the early stages of NYC when I just began. It was somehow, and then I'm not seeing my friends. And that was when ASU strike was on. My friends doing a lot of things. You see the tech bros, you see the business women, all those things. So like at some point, I almost had this imposter syndrome. Yeah, that's what it's called, right? So I almost had this imposter syndrome because I'm like, I want to be like this person. Can I jump out of my own skin and just enter into another person's body?
Just be that person.
Do you get? So I wanted to like there were just many times, but God really just helped me through. And what I would just say to people is, number one, God. You can't take it. That's like the biggest part. If you want to get anything done, God first. You turn to God and then He directs your path. And then number two, I'm not a purpose coach, but I'm big on purpose. Because when you know your purpose, when you know what you want to do, then every other thing is settled. Because it makes you run with that. Like they said, you set your goals, you know your purpose, you set your goal in line with that purpose, and then you'll be able to run, you'll be able to do whatever it is you want to do. You will not get distracted. Comparison, like you won't get distracted by what every other person is doing. You will not compare yourself because you know where you are going. You have your eyes is one, like Bible says, so you know where you are going exactly. And then I also wrote something about mediocre thinking. For me, as much as I'm big on purpose, I'm also big on mindset, like changing your mindset, reorientation, like have a positive lifestyle, like think positively, confess positively, let everything about you speak positivity. That's why, as much as I would love to say adulthood is scam, it is not so much of a scam. I know they are debit alerts, right? I know they are debit alerts, I know they are credit alerts and stuff, but yeah, it is reality. But at some point, when you are making your co-cash now, adulthood is so it's just this phase of our lives, right? So that's why still adulthood is not scam. Let us stand by that and don't worry, that will scam. I know the whole situation of Nigeria. So yeah, that's just, and then I have to mention this. Also, I say something that when opportunity meets preparation, I don't know if other people have said it. When opportunity meets preparation, then it is a huge success. So while you are thinking of all the things you want to do, get something done. Keep doing things. If it's baking, you are learning. If it is decoration, if it is not in line with whatever it is not in line with your medicine, right? But you are learning, you are picking up skills. At some point, you will need it. At some point, before you get to your destination, you would need it. You would need it to make money. You would need it to present your CV and all, and then you have things to put together. So preparation meets opportunity, and it is a huge success. Do not think mediocre. Don't think negatively. Have Jesus in your boat. Be big on purpose, know your goals, set goals, know your purpose, and I trust God to do the rest. Thank you so much.
Come on, don't worry, guys. I have to like write another application letter. No, sorry, letter of invitation so that they can come back again, because I don't feel like going, because just to cap it up. I just want to say that, first, the part of God in your life is very, very important. There's no way you can run this race without God. Truthfully, even there are some stages, there are some seasons of your life that even man cannot even help you. Only God can do that for you. And also the part of even I will second what Fermi said a bit about the adulthood is not scam, because I felt like if we had been properly fed, properly briefed, properly cared, exactly, or even if you have all these resources at hand, you will not say adulthood is scam, right? Imagine if we all had a well-paying job of, like, let's say 1 million naira per month.
Or you started tech,
exactly.
And you're now earning like some 600, 500.
Your parents are so comfortable to actually spend for you, like,
and even right from even how
sponsor you till when you are ready to.
True, even while growing up too, you've been taking responsibilities, like you have been responsible, not the all of a sudden you have to start buying things for yourself. That part. So it's just a lot. And I also want to say this, that it's quite important that, you know, hold yourself. Have high esteem of yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. The part of failure is very, very important. Because you fail doesn't mean that you should put your back on the ground. It doesn't mean that you should give up. Because see, about failure, I can write a lot of stories about that. To fail for me, like it's okay to fail for me. But let's just, I guess there'll be another video about that. But let me just know what you think about that in the comment section. And please, if you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. And I love you guys all. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'm going to catch you guys later. Bye.